And we are in line 4. It says he devises wickedness. So we're still talking about the wicked. That was introduced in line 1. He devises wickedness on his bed. He sets himself in a way that is not good. He does not abhor evil. So he does not reject or loathe evil. And it gives us a couple of reference scriptures. Proverbs 4:16 is one. We've read this before. Proverbs 4:16 that says, "For they do not sleep unless they have done evil, and their sleep is taken away unless they make someone fall." And so you have people who won't go to sleep until they have done wickedness or did something to hurt somebody. They can't, and they won't sleep, and they can't sleep until they have made someone fall. And you have people that are doing that right now. I'm making this video at night right now. It's almost 9 o'clock. Almost time for us to go to bed. All right? And I guarantee you some people are up and they're devising how to set traps for people. And they're not going to sleep until they do something to cause somebody to fall. All right? And that's wickedness. And then it gives us a reference scripture to Isaiah 65:2. Isaiah 65:2 that says, "I have stretched out my hands all day long to a rebellious people who walk in a way that is not good according to their own thoughts." All right? And so God is stretching out his hands to try to help people, but they're walking in ways that are no good. And then it gives us a reference scripture to Romans 10:21 that says, "But to Israel he says, all day long I have stretched out my hands to a disobedient and contrary people." So God is trying to help us, but disobedient and contrary. Don't want to hear anything that God has to say. All right? And then it gives us another reference scripture to Isaiah 42:24 concerning walking in a way that is not good. Isaiah 42:24. Remember, I am reading in New King James Version. 42:24 that says, who gave Jacob for plunder and Israel to the robbers? Was it not the Lord, he against whom we have sinned? For they would not walk in his ways, nor were they obedient to his law. And then you have some people, they're not going to walk in God's ways, and they're going to be disobedient to his law. That's wickedness. And then check this out. So he says that in line 4, he devises wickedness on his bed. He sets himself in a way that is not good. He does not abhor evil. So he's saying that the wicked people don't even reject evil. They embrace it. Let's move into the next stanza. Line 5. Your mercy, O Lord, is in the heavens, and your faithfulness reaches to the clouds. 6. Your righteousness is like the great mountains. Your judgments are a great deep. O Lord, you preserve man and beast. And so, and then David is switching gears right here. Okay, he's talking about the wicked, but now he's talking about what? God's mercy, God's righteousness, and God's judgment. So in line 5, he says, your mercy, O Lord, is in the heavens, and your faithfulness reaches to the clouds. So that's where the mercy starts, in heaven. His faithfulness reaches to the clouds. And then line 6, your righteousness is like the great mountains. So like the great mountains of God. And then it says, your judgments are a great deep. So the righteousness extends like the mountains, but the judgment all the way down to the great deep. So God's righteousness is tall as the mountains, the great mountains of God. But look at that judgment. It's like the great deep. O Lord, you preserve man and beast. And it's only God who's going to preserve. So if he's going to preserve us, make sure you're doing what he called you to do. All right? That wickedness, he's not going to have any part of it. And why should he have part of something when the wicked doesn't even hate evil? They love evil. And God doesn't have any dealings, any dwellings, because he's holy God with evil and wickedness. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pause there, and I'll see you in line 7.